Slide share. Hmm. Yes. Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to do active and passive voice. Okay. So for this, you have to be thorough with whatever you have done so far. You have to be thorough with the tenses. You have to be thorough with the structures. Right. Because, you know, once again, you should be able to identify the subject, the verb, and the object of the given sentence. All right. And then you should also be able to identify the tense of the verb in the given sentence to transform it from active to passive. So before we go on to this transformation, you will try to know what the voice is. What is the voice here? The voice here is nothing but, what the verb is telling you. The who is the doer of that verb, that action. So that is what it refers to. So voice refers to the form of the verb that indicates whether the grammatical subject performs the action. So who is performing? Who is doing the action? Whether it is a grammatical subject or the grammatical subject is the receiver of the action. Is it receiving the action? As we go further, you will understand it. All right. So subject is very important. So the doer, is the doer active there, or is the doer at the receiving end, receiving the action? All right. So, most of the time it's better to write in the active voice. That will have a greater impact. So here, for a sentence to be in the active voice, what is active? The things or the actions that people do. That is the subject. The subject is active here, and active voice is for things and actions people do. And who performs all the functions? Subject performs a function stated by the verb. Whatever the verb is stating, that is done by the subject of the sentence. And in the active voice, you have clear subject verb object pattern. It begins with the proper subject, then you have the verb and the object. So writing in the active voice makes a sentence clear. You can understand it well as easy. You can read it easily. It is easy to read. Then passive voice. Why do we use the passive voice? It is used for things that are done to the people. You know, Then we use passive voice to focus on an action. When you're giving importance to the action, you make use of the passive voice. Here we don't give importance to the subject, not the person who is doing it. So what is more important here? Action becomes more important. We are not interested to know who did it. So that is immaterial, who did that action. But action becomes, the focus is completely on the action. And if you do not want to say who did it, you'll just say it was done. Okay, you can also use such sentences, right, in the passive voice. Now, transformation from active to passive. So first of all, what should you have? You should learn the different verb forms and be thorough, especially with the V3 form. So, to transform a sentence from active to passive, you require an object. I told you a well demarcated subject, verb, and object. So, which verb should you use? A transitive verb should be used, because do you remember the transitive verb is followed by an object. So, an intransitive verb you cannot transform from active to passive. So when a sentence is transformed from active to passive, what will happen in the passive voice? We will use all the V3 forms, okay, along with other helping verbs or the linking verbs. So you have to be thorough with all the V3 forms of the action verbs, the main verbs, right? And also you have to be thorough with the B forms, the different B forms, like you remember am, is, are, was, were. Then you also have being, B-E-I-N-G, and then been. All right. So these are the different forms of be. So before we go to the actual active passive, let us quickly revise the verbs, a few verbs at least, if not all the verbs. Do you remember how the regular verbs form their past tense and the past participle? They simply take up either D or ED or sometimes IED, right? So absorb becomes absorbed, ABSOR, BED. All right, accept becomes accepted, both the forms V2 and V3, they're the same. And they're the same for the regular verbs. Add, added, admit, admitted, advised, allow, allowed. So base form, and then V1 is the base form, V2 is the past, and V3 is the past participle. So for the regular verbs, the past and the past participle are the participles are the same, right? So argue, argued, ask, asked, calculated, calculate becomes calculated, call, called, carry. So here you have IED, carried, study, studied, right? Change, changed, close, closed, continue, continued, create, created, decide, decided, describe, described, die, died, end, ended, enter, entered. Then there are a few verbs where, like plug, it becomes PLUGGED, plugged. Okay, so few words where the consonants double up and you add the ED to it, right? Then we move on to the irregular verbs. There are many, at least a few, so that you are reminded of all the verbs. Otherwise, go through the list that has been provided to you in while doing the tenses. I think in when we were doing the present perfect, I gave you a whole list. You can also add more verbs to it, right? So you have bite. Here the past form V2 and V3 are different in a few of the irregular verbs. A few irregular verbs, both the forms are the same. So bite becomes bit and past participle is bitten. In the same way you have hide, HID, hide becomes hid and hidden. All right. Then blow becomes blew. Blow the balloon when you blow air, blow. Blew and past participle is blown. Break, broke, and V3 is broken. Bring, brought, brought. V2 and V3, they are the same here. Build also, built. BUILD is the present and BUILT is the past, and past participle is also the same. In the same way, you have SEND, send, that is the present form, and SENT, sent, past as well as past participle, it is SENT. Then burn, burnt, and burnt. Buy, bought, bought, same again. There's no change in V2 and V3, they're the same. Then you have catch. It is caught, CAUGHT, catch, caught, CAUGHT, caught. V3 is also caught, same. So in the same way you have fight, fought, fought, FOUGHT. FIGHT is the present, FOUGHT is the past participle is also FOUGHT. Then choose, here you have double O, CHOOSE. In the past tense, it becomes chose, CHOSE. And in the V3, it becomes chosen, CHOSEN. So remember the correct spellings, choose, chose, chosen. Then the next one, come. Come, the V2 is came, but again V3 is come. Okay, so don't get confused, learn it. Come, came, come. Then the next one, draw, drew. V3 is drawn, DRAWN. Drink, drank, drunk. Drive, drove, driven, DRIVEN. Eat, ate, ATE. If you don't write ATE, it becomes at. AT becomes at, that is a preposition, whereas ATE is the verb. And then the V3 is eaten. Fall, fell, fallen. Okay, you have fight, fought, fought there. Find also becomes found and found. Yes, fly. The past tense of fly is flew, 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 and past participle is FLOWN, flown. In the same way, freeze, F-R-E-Z-E, freeze becomes froze, F-R-O-Z-E, froze and frozen. Then you have get, it becomes got, V2 is got and V3 is gotten. Then you have many more like ride, you ride a bike, ride, ridden. Okay, R-I-D-D-E-N, sorry, ride, road, ridden, right? It is road, past. V2 is road and V3 is ridden, right? Then what are the other verbs you'll be coming across? Okay, so remember these. You have grow, various others. So go through the list. So now let's move on to the active and the passive voice. So here first you will begin with the simple present. I teach English. So I is your subject and teach is the verb and English is your object because it comes after the verb. And in which tense is the verb given they teach? It is in the simple present, right? When you transform to passive voice, what is happening? The subject will not be active there. In the passive voice, subject becomes passive. The object becomes the subject. So which is the object here? English. So you will begin your sentence with English. And what did you learn? All the verbs change to V3 form. So teach becomes taught. So English, and before that, what happens? Because it is in the present, you have to use the helping verbs of the present of the form be, verb form be. Okay, so what is it? English is taught and I becomes the object there by me. So this is how you will transform it. I teach English, it becomes English is taught by me. The next one, she speaks Malayalam. She is the subject, speaks is your verb. Again, in which tense is your verb? It is in the simple present. Malayalam is the object. So when you transform from active, the person is active here, she. The action is being done by she. So now what will happen? You will change it. You'll write Malayalam is spoken. Speak, spoke. What is the V3 form? Spoken. So Malayalam, and before that you will use, because the subject is singular. So you will use is spoken by her. When you change she to the object's place, it becomes her. You can't use a name or you can't say she and all that. You need to use, remember, the objects me, her, him, them, all that. Okay. So Malayalam is spoken by her. The next one, they train the players. So again, identify the subject, the verb, and the object. So here you have plural objects, right? So they is your subject, train is your verb, and the players is your object. So the players are trained by them. So train changes to trained, V3 form. And before the V3 form, you need to take up the helping verb because it is plural, the players. So can I use is? No, that's wrong. So what will I say? The players are trained by them, right? So now you have an exercise on this. All the verbs are in the simple present. You have a well-defined subject. You also have the object. So you need to transform all this by applying what you have learned, the rule. When you transform, what should you do? So the first one, the postman brings letters. So here, the postman is your subject, brings is your verb, and letters is the object. So change it to passive, start it with letters, and brings changes to V3. So what is the V3 form? Brought. Letters, and before that, what should you use? Because this is in the present, letters are plural. So letters are brought by the postman. Okay, so same way you have to go on transforming all these sentences so that you have sufficient practice to remember and do it well. So the next one is a potter makes pots. A doctor treats patients. Farmers grow crops, right? So all these are plural. So you will be using the be form verb before the V3 form. Are will be used. Now look at the next one. A pilot flies a plane. So plane is singular object. When it changes to the subject, a plane is, what is a V3 of fly? Flown. A plane is flown by a pilot. Okay. Then birds build nest. Bees make honey. Again, honey here is singular. It is uncountable noun. You know, nouns you can, a few nouns like books, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're called as countables. But honey, water, they're uncountable. You can't count. You have to measure them, weigh them. Okay. So bees make, it should be bees make honey. It should not be makes here. Okay. Because it's a plural. All right. So bees make honey. Okay. So bees make honey. When you're transforming it, you will say honey is made, by bees. The organization helps the poor. Mother makes sweets. Students learn English. She teaches physics. They construct buildings. Sarita collects stamps. He drives the car rashly. He writes poems. She paints pictures. They eat rice. He distributes clothes. He attends college regularly. India exports gems to other countries. Right. So these are the sentences that you have to transform from active to passive. So, you have to remember the rule. When you transform them to passive, all the verbs, the main verbs, they change to the V3 form. And before the V3 form, you have to make use of the forms of the verb be depending upon your subject. If it is a singular subject, you will be using is. If it is a plural subject, you will use are. Right? Is it clear so far? So transform this. Now we'll move on to the next. Here we'll be doing the present continuous, the sentences with present continuous tense. So look at this. Rekha is singing a song. Which tense is it? Rekha is singing. Is singing is present continuous. And now check which is your subject. Rekha is the subject. And which is your object? A song is the object. When you transform, what will happen? The object will become your subject, that is a song. You will begin your sentence with a song. And you remember which is the base form of singing? Sing. So that will change to V3, sung, main verb. And before that, because it is in the present continuous, and here a song is singular, it will take up is, but here you have to add being, B-E-I-N-G. Wherever you have continuous, you will add being and then V3. So how did you transform it? A song is being sung by Rekha, right? So what is the transformation when you're transforming it? How is it in the active voice? In the active voice, it is in the present continuous. Either it can be am or, you can use am, is, are, then verb in the ing form, continuous form. When you change it, transform it to the passive voice, what will happen again? You will rarely have am. Most of the time it is either is or are plus being. You have to add being and then transform the verb to the V3 form. Is it clear? So this is how you will transform it, when the verb is in the present continuous in the active voice. The next one is the farmer is sowing seeds. So here, which is your verb? Sow. Is sowing, present continuous. And which is the subject? The farmer. Object, the seeds, plural, right? So when you transform it to the passive, you will begin it with the object. Seeds, plural. So what should you use? Are. Seeds are. And what comes after are? Being, B-E-I-N-G, being sown. V3 of sow is sown by the farmer. That farmer will become the agent. It is understood who will sow the seeds. So sometimes you don't even have to write by the farmer. You can just write seeds are being sown. Okay. The next one, mother is cleaning the house. Right? So again, mother, singular, subject. and is cleaning is your verb in the present continuous. The house is your object. So when you transform, it becomes the house is being. So add being and then V3 form, clean, cleaned. CLEANED, cleaned by mother, right? Clear? So now you have the exercise here. She is learning French. They are decorating the house. They are serving the guest. Ramu is issuing the tickets. She is throwing the ball. The dog is catching the ball. Okay, so the tailor is stitching the clothes. He is drinking coffee. He is digging the pits. She is washing clothes. The cat is drinking milk. I am teaching students. The children are playing chess. They are packing the goods. They are eating sweets. She is filling water. We are doing a survey. So do you remember what is it? Do, did is V2 and done is your V3. So how will you transform it? They are conducting an exam. She is writing a letter. The dog is chewing a bone, right? So all these verbs, they are in the present continuous. So remember the rule, apply it and transform all the sentences to the passive voice. You have to be thorough with this because after we finish all the, the active passive voice, that is all the tenses and the other forms, imperative, interrogative, all those, then you will be given mixed exercises, as well as you have to transform them from passive to active, right? So remember the rules and do it. Now we move on to the present perfect. What happens when the sentence in the active voice, the tense is in the present perfect? So read this sentence. They have, you remember? Present perfect, what will you use? Depending upon your subject, you use either have or has. And then the V3 form, right? So read it. They have seen a crocodile there. So which is your verb here? Have seen. It is in the present perfect because it is they. I can't use has. Do you remember when do you use has? You use has with he, she, it. And with the rest of the pronouns, you will use have, H-A-V. So they have seen a crocodile there. So which is your subject? They is your subject. Have seen is your verb and a crocodile is your object. So when you transform, it becomes a crocodile has been. What will you add here? B-E-E-N, has been seen. So before the V3 form, you will add been, has been seen there by them, the agent. The subject will become your agent. You'll add by. And then they becomes them, right? You remember object when it becomes, when it comes to that object place, the pronouns that you have to use. They have watched a few movies in the theater. So again, they is your subject, have watched is your verb, a few movies is your object. So again, plural object, a few movies have been watched by them in the theater. In the previous sentence, why did we use has? Because a crocodile is singular. So it, if you replace a crocodile, it has been seen. So you will use has. Wherever you have plural, you will use have. A few movies have been watched by them in the theater. The doctor has given him some tablets. Which is your subject here? The doctor. And the verb is has given. And your object is him. You have two objects here. Him some tablets. Okay. So what did the doctor give? The doctor gave some tablets. So you can also start it with the indirect object he, or you can start it with the direct object some tablets. Some tablets have been given to him by the doctor. Or if you start it with he has been given some tablets by the doctor. Okay, so what are you doing? Same thing, either have, has, you're adding been and then V3. All right, is it clear? Now let's check the exercise. So you have to transform all these sentences. They are given in the active voice. You have to transform them to the passive voice. The thieves have stolen the diamonds. So have stolen, which is your subject? The thieves. No, plural. So that is why you have stolen, and the object is the diamonds. Even when you transform it, the diamonds, because plural, again you will use have been stolen by the thieves. The students have submitted their assignments. The children have returned the equipment. The next one, he has exchanged the clothes. Okay, so has exchanged because it is he, singular. The next one, he has broken the lock. The next one, they have started a new factory, right? The next one, they have renovated the house. She has arranged the flowers. They have plucked the fruits. They have pasted anti-ragging posters everywhere. So here, which is your subject? They have pasted is your verb, and anti-ragging posters is your object. Okay. My uncle has sent me a gift. Again, you have two objects, me and gift. So you can start it either with I or a gift. Okay, so active subjects, better to start with a indirect object. I have been sent a gift by my uncle. All right. I have observed the birds. They have offered her a well paid job. They have painted the building. They have shown me the new house. They have taken their children with them. The child has cut the cake. You know, there are a few verbs which do not change. The V1, V2, V3, it will be the same like cut, put, broadcast, cost. All right, these are a few verbs that do not change. So here also the child has cut the cake. You will not say cut it, that is wrong. The cake has been cut by the child. V3 is also same cut. All right. The dog has been bitten. Sorry. The dog has bitten the small child. It should not be been. So when you transform it, it will be the small child has been bitten by the dog. Okay. So the sentence here, there's typing error. It should be the dog has bitten the small child. He has rung the bell. They have sung the national song. Right. So these are the sentences that you have to transform. You have to change. Okay. Delete. Delete. So the dog has bitten the small child. He has rung the bell. They have sung the national song. Okay. So this is what you will be transforming from active to passive voice. So all these sentences, they are in which tense? The verb is in present perfect tense. All right. So transform them, and we'll continue with the active and passive voice in the next class also. Right. Thank you.